Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namaste. Welcome you all for the module 7 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita as condensed by Bhagavan Ramana. Worldwide, Bhagavan Ramana's method of self-inquiry, who am I, is known as the direct method. Towards this, out of great compassion, Bhagavan Ramana has chosen 42 shlokas among the 700 in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In that, today we are going to look at the 5th shloka. Bhagavan Ramana very carefully chooses the shlokas that help us to elevate towards self-realization. He has, in the previous shlokas, shown us Kshetra, Kshetrajna, and he continues with that, identifies the limitation of Kshetra. For that, he chooses verse number 27 from chapter 2, the Sankhya Yoga. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmada pariyaryerte natvam shochitum arhasi. This is a very important shloka because most of the times we are seeing this bogged down by the mystery of birth and death. If not anything, the fear about death is somewhat ubiquitous. Most people suffer from this. Here, Lord Krishna says, Jatasya, for one who has been born, he dhruvaha mrityuhu. It is certain. What is certain? Mrityuhu, death is certain. Once, for any bhuta, not just humans or animals or plants, whatever, for anything that has something called date of birth, it shall have what is known as date of death. It is certain. Then, janma, birth, mritasya cha. Once you are dead, it is not the end, it is a continuum. Again you are born. There is a cycle of life, birth and death. Till when? Till you don't realize that you are the Kshetrajna. As long as you are bound in the limitation of Kshetra, this is unavoidable. Tasmat, therefore, apari yarye arte. This is an inevitable situation. You can't help. Natvam shochitum arhasi. This is not fit to lament. You please don't grieve over this, because this is inevitable. because Arjuna was bothered about this birth and death. So Bhagavan Ramana carefully chooses to tell us that this kshetra, the body mind complex so called, this is in a cycle of birth and death. It continues. It does not end till you know who you are. Once you know that you are the kshetrajna and not the kshetra, then you are free. You can get out of this cycle of life and death. Till then, there is no escape. And Bhagavan Ramana had put this in and through his life, this principle manifested. He was kshetrajna, he was in that Brahma state always. Towards the end, now he had a cancerous wound on his arm. Towards the end of Bhagavan's life, a devotee, a very earnest devotee, comes to Bhagavan Ramana and he saw Maharshi becoming physically weak. He knew that his body has disease, it has weakened him physically, and he was afraid he may leave this body. And that devotee appealed to Maharshi with great feeling that he should transfer the disease to him and stay in the body for some more time to save many other helpless devotees. So out of compassion he said, please transfer your disease to me, that whatever you call as prarabdha or whatever, transfer it to me, I will bear it, because your bodily presence will help many others. Of course, his was a genuine feeling, and wondering at the devotee's childlike innocence, Bhagavan looked at him with compassion and very graciously replied, who created this disease? This is the statement from Bhagavan Ramana. He says, who created this disease? Is it not He, referring to the Supreme, alone, who has the freedom to change it? So why I should bother? That is the import. It just happens in the kshetra. Is it not enough that I have borne till today all by myself this load of flesh that must be carried by 4 persons once it is dead? See the way they look at it. This is just one, the kshetra is just a mass of flesh. So this, when one realizes he is the kshetrajna, then only this can happen. So Bhagavan Ramana very clearly says, this I have borne it so far, this mass of flesh. Now, which once it is gone, it will be carried by 4 persons. How does it matter? Now I am carrying, next 4 persons will carry. See the way they look at it. Then he continued, should I continue bearing it henceforth? Because once it has become worn out, it must just be discarded. So, through these words, he made it clear that in the physical world, the law of destiny was inexorable. What is the law of destiny? Anything that had date of birth shall have a date of death. You need not have to grieve over that. A person, a gnani, or a person who knows kshetrajna merely remains as a witness established in his natural state. So that is what Bhagavan Ramana wants to convey, And this is what Lord Krishna also is conveying. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramanaya.